And there we are live. Good morning, good evening, or whatever time it is that you are tuning in. Welcome to another music stream. FFXIV weekly music stream. Or some other music as well. I am Miingno, thank you very much for tuning in. For those that don't know me, I occasionally play FFXIV here on stream, and I really love music, I love making music, I love listening to music. And especially cover tracks from games. I mean, I love game music in general, but cover tracks really fascinate me, what people make out of the music that we get from games. And especially since I love to play FFXIV, I love to also listen to FFXIV cover tracks. And in this series that I'm doing here, I like to go back and check what tracks were made in the past week and feature them here on stream as good as possible. Now, last week I didn't have a stream because I was on vacation. It's very rarely that I go on vacation. It was the first true vacation in, I think, 5 or 6 years that I took like that, so I'm sorry that I couldn't be here last week. But as you can hear, wait a sec, I have to... There we go, I had to move the mic a bit. As you maybe can hear, I caught a slight cold. I went to a very warm place for a vacation, but because it was so warm, the AC was constantly running during the night. And I am not used to having an AC running, especially when sleeping, therefore my body reacted that way and I caught a cold. I only got it on the final day when we already were heading back, so I didn't have any trouble during the stay there, but yeah, it's still there. My voice isn't the best and my nose is still running, therefore if I have to cough, if I have to cough sometimes or anything, I will hopefully mute in time so that it doesn't sound on stream. Doesn't sound into your ears that I have to cough. But it also means that maybe I won't be speaking too much and maybe this won't be a too long stream today. We will see. I will continue with my shared fate tracking on Shaloni. Very close to finish. 5 more fates and then I have Shaloni done. And I can move on to Heritage Found, which is still in rank 1. That one will take a while. But yeah, we'll finish Shaloni today, most probably, and then yeah, we'll see how long I'll be able to keep this up with my voice. Already had to cough there, sorry. Now, as said, because it's slightly boring to just see me do the fates, I will now turn in-game music completely off and start up, there we go, the Edge browser, because it was easiest to set that one up for the music streaming. And while I start doing these fates here, we will listen to the first track that got released just 17 hours ago. Wasn't really that far or that long ago. It's a beautiful piano cover by the wonderful Tsukino crystal. By the way, sorry for any mispronunciations of names. I'm trying my best not to, or to say them correctly, but sometimes I still mess up. I'm very sorry. I have listened to, or briefly listened into that one already, so it's not a complete blind reaction. I have heard some parts, not all of it though, so yeah, we will see and enjoy the Fairy Ring. The theme from Ilmek, yeah, Ilmek Nighttime theme. Let's go. I mean, Tsukino is a master on the piano, and layering it so beautifully here. Every little nuance from the original is getting translated and amplified. Different beats. Ah, that rise is always so beautiful. Listen to. That key there. A different key. Change in dynamics to really shine this part bright and loud and strong. Now the sun is slowly coming out again. And the new day awakes. A really beautiful piece, and her rendition is gorgeous. By the way, every track that I'm listening to here, I will link in the description below on YouTube on the VOD, so you can listen to them yourself afterwards without me talking, or, well, I'm not really able to talk much today, but without me talking too much over it, just to enjoy on your own pace and I will also link a playlist with all the other tracks that I've played in all the previous streams before. And the next one on the list is slightly different. It's a live concert that took place this summer in Paris. And they only yesterday got released as a VOD, basically, by Pernelle. It's her and Husky by the Geeks concert that they did at the Japan Expo in Paris, and they played various different music from various different games there live on stage. And obviously, as we know these two, they also play a lot of Final Fantasy XIV tracks, and they did indeed perform some live tracks. I will not play all of the Final Fantasy XIV live tracks, but the first one that they played is With Hearts Aligned, a very beautiful rendition that they played live on stage there. And after this nice slow intro, I guess it's time to wake up and have something a bit louder. So let's go with Hearts Aligned by Pernelle and Husky by the Geek. So I have listened to the whole concert yesterday live when it premiered, so I know these tracks already. Her reach here is amazing. To be able to go that high up. Yeah, even life is Husky's a beast, so if you had any doubt that they can actually play the instruments, or that Husky can play the guitar and Pernelle can sing live, they can. They are true musicians. Beautiful to pull it back. And now it... modulation. As it wasn't already high enough. Yeah, her range is... her range is astounding. But that's as far as I will go. You can listen to the whole concert yourself. It's not too long, it's just a bit more than half an hour, the whole concert. There are a few more, I think 1 or 2 more Final Fantasy XIV tracks in there, and quite a lot of other great music as well, so please give it a listen. Again, I will link it down below on YouTube after the stream is done, and I will also add it to the playlist. Now, next one I had to include here early because I wanted to play it while I'm still in Shaloni. It's the day theme of Shaloni, Ceruleum Smoke at High Noon, as it's called. And it's a new entry, Giovani Dalmas, with the help of well, I just finished Shaloni's Fates here. It's a cover collab with 2 other, with Anderson Grigelli and Vincent Azzurro, the Blue Mage. But yeah, while we leave this place here, let's listen to the Shaloni Day theme, Ceruleum Smoke at High Noon. A new entry, so I'm gonna subscribe to them, like the video, and let's just dive into it. While we fly over to Heritage Found. That was shorter than I expected. Okay, I thought it was a longer track. That caught me by surprise because I didn't listen to that one before, but, well, it was beautiful nonetheless. Thank you very much for this short cover. So let's head over here through the tunnel into Heritage Found. My voice should still hold up for a tiny bit longer. This next one luckily popped up yesterday in my search results. Excuse me. I always check again right before the stream if there is anything new that popped up. This one, as said, it popped up yesterday in my search result. This morning, it was gone. It no longer showed up. YouTube's search currently is completely bugged out. I have turned off the restricted mode, therefore it should be better, but it's actually even worse, I think. For me personally, if I have it off. So if there is an artist I have never featured, it might be because they just never showed up in my search results. So if you know an artist I really should include into these streams, if you know a track that I have never, that I should feature in here or should react to and I have never done before, please let me know. It might really be that it just never showed up in any of my results. I have multiple queries that I'm frequently checking, but yes, sometimes if I don't check it on the right time of the day, apparently, then some videos just disappear again. And this one, I said it was on there yesterday. This morning it was gone again. It didn't show up anymore. So I'm glad I called it yesterday. It's a symphonic version, an orchestral version of Close in the Distance, played by the AOEDallas. Does it say a bit more who they are? Not quite. They make anime and game music in Dallas, Texas. And yeah, I haven't listened to all of it, just a small part at the beginning, so this will be a new listen for me as well. So let's go. Because it's a live recording, it might not be the best quality, but still, I'm sure we can enjoy it nonetheless. Very difficult to sing to this track at the beginning and in the orchestral version, because the piano part is not on beat, so it makes it difficult to hold yourself on some cues. So I do excuse that part, that he was too early there. Also, playing silently is very difficult. And they are trying their best to hold back. Welcome, Team EV. Thanks for the follow. Ah, they didn't do the high trumpet there. Maybe in the repeat, if they're going for repeat. That's nice, just strings there. Gorgeous break. Yeah, now they include the trumpets. Ooh, that's high. Yep, there we go, high trumpet section. Very brave to go that high with the voice. Really makes this a finale. Beautiful. Too bad they cut out the applause. It really deserves to have it in there. Gorgeous rendition of Close in the Distance. I will have to check out the rest of their music. Maybe there is more from 14. Again, I only discovered them yesterday, so maybe they will be featured again. Now this next track... Excuse me. This next track I wanted to play last week, but again I was on vacation, so I couldn't feature it last week. It's one that actually got made a while ago, but he couldn't release or didn't release the full track until last week. It's Albaer's interpretation of what the Ul'dah theme might sound like if it were played with having the market section in mind. So basically, imagine if the town theme would change, would stay the same, but the interpretation of the theme would change depending on where you are in the town. It will make more sense if I start playing it, basically. Simply the town theme. What's it called? A New Hope from Ul'dah, but played at the market stalls. Let's go. I really love the sitar in the background here. Just the slight hint of it being there. Now pulling back the speed. And building up the tempo again. Oh, Demiapma. And beautifully ending. I really like this track a lot. It would be nice if they could go back and change some of the older themes and actually do that part. That would be very nice. Thank you very much for this interpretation of the theme from Ul'dah. The next one on my list, again slightly different. I did rename the stream a while ago from Final Fantasy XIV music to just being weekly music stream, which allows me now to include other tracks as well. And one of, or rather what I'm started to do is include tracks from other Final Fantasy games or from games that are featured in 14 but maybe not that heavily, like for example the newer games or Dragon Quest, that we have some events sometimes. Or yeah, right now we are in Heritage Found, and this one is based on Final Fantasy IX as we know it, more or less, or the story around Dawntrail has some influences from Final Fantasy IX, and therefore it's only fitting that I also play a Final Fantasy IX cover track. We have Melodies of Life as a performance mode, or Bard performance mode cover. But still Final Fantasy XIV. It's played in 14, but it's from Final Fantasy IX. And it's done by Debra VanHouten. Let's go. To go down in the octave here, as it wasn't possible to do it high. No, it's probably programmed and played automatically by the PC, but still to program it takes a lot of time and effort. And skill, besides. Still have to arrange the track to make it work. And they have done a few more in the past and they're always really gorgeous. Beautiful ritardando at the end there. Just pulling back the speed towards the end. Really nice. I think I can still go on. I have one more track ready. I have featured them before in the last few weeks. It's Miingno, who does incredible a cappella versions of Final Fantasy XIV tracks. I have featured some of them before. This time I selected her rendition of Wayward Daughter from the Tsukino fight. Let's go.
I really am interested in how to mix a cappella, because it's just, I can imagine it's very difficult, because especially if it's just one person, it's the same voice, the same frequency and vibration that could get lost in the mix. At least that's what I assume could happen. And her mixing skills are amazing. Or whoever mixed it. And the range obviously too, because that's very low here. And that's very high. The male and female parts. And she nails both.
Wayward daughter, step into the night. Restless eyes blind to the beast. Barren waters yield unto the
Now we'll go into the repeat section. Really beautiful a cappella version of this fight music. Now, those were the ones I had prepared for today, specifically. I'm still stuck in this fate here. Probably still stuck for a while, as this one is a... bring me back some items fate, or collect a certain number of items. Therefore... and yeah, my voice isn't getting any better, so I will finish that one. Let's see how many more I will need. 15, that's not enough yet. Just a few more. But we'll have a moment of relaxation here. Again, I have said I am using YouTube search to get as many tracks as possible every week. But again, the search doesn't work. It's broken. It doesn't. Or maybe it does work for what they want it to work as. It doesn't show you every result. So what I did this morning, just quickly, just to check if I'm not imagining things, I went on Google and searched there for music. And lo and behold, new tracks popped up that I never saw in the other search results. And one of them is this one here, a metal cover of Ride the Rhythm. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but, well, let's listen to it here on stream. I only briefly listened into it, and it sounds very interesting. So let's go. It's a, again, metal cover by HYPERPEACE, that's the name. Gonna subscribe to them so that I won't miss any new uploads they make. They did write in the description they did not play the guitar as a guitar. They played it basically on piano and made it sound like a guitar. So yeah, let's just dive in. It is as heavy as metal, but too bright in a sense. Very interesting arrangement. But it is right rhythm, definitely. You can hear that. Nice throw in there on the right ear. It really is a track to listen to with headphones. It adds a lot. You really have stereo experience. Okay, that part now is heavy. It's more electronic metal, I would say, with all the effects that are placed on top. Really nice. Very interesting part here. Ooh. Really like the drum transition there. Go modulated up. Ooh, yeah. Melody back in there. Very interesting take on Right the Rhythm. Beautiful cover. I'm very glad I did do the YouTube or Google search this morning and found that one. I will do two, this one and one more fate, so that I will hit 10 fates in rank 2, so that means I have time for, I guess, one more track, probably. And as I said, I did to the Google search, and there was another track that popped up that did not show up in the search results on YouTube. Even though I am subscribed to TeRyDmusic, for some reason YouTube thinks they don't want to show me their new music. So I'm glad I found it over the Google search. It's a piano arrangement for Paved in Solitude. Let's go. Applaud people that can... Ooh. Oh, that's nice. The difference in tempo and dynamics. Pull back so much. I love this track in general, but that rendition is really nice now. A really gorgeous interpretation of the track and of the different keys. I don't think I've heard them before in that way. Obviously. That's exactly how I hear the track. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Da 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 da. Just one note at the top. Most people make two. But I personally only hear one note there. As he does. Ooh, pulling back again. Beautiful piano rendition of Paved in Solitude. I really like this track a lot, and this rendition was truly, truly gorgeous. Now I have done what I came here to do. Now at 10 in rank 2, that's a very nice place to stop. And as you can hear, my voice really is slowly fading away, let's say it that way. Getting quite difficult to try and do an outro here, but I hope I can. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. So let's turn in-game music back on while I... Or rather, let's... Yeah, there is one more, because I just got the Twist of Fate. Oh, wait, no. I'm gonna do that one over here. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more Fate. Also because I have one last track. Let's do one more, just because. One more track showed up while I checked Google search this morning, not YouTube search. I wasn't sure if I wanted to include it, but yeah, let's just go, because I got the Twist of Fate buff right now. I'm gonna do one more Fate. The final Fate, while we listen to Dawntrail, performed by Redclaw Draws, featuring Pumpkin Potion. I have subscribed to him before, I know what they're doing, and I love his voice. And again, weird that it doesn't pop up on my YouTube search, but luckily it showed up in Google, and therefore, let's go.
Time, no more once upon a time.
I just think he has a very interesting voice.
Flight, find your wings and spread them wide. It's time for the journey of our lives.
Yeah, you've been warned, spoilers in this video.
From the ashes we were born, unto the heavens we ride, fighting through the storm, leaving our shadows far behind. Having walked right to the end, with one more trial we must face. Turn back, transcend, only we decide our fates. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? No more running!
His deep voice is perfect for this part.
Tight, seize the day and hold on tight. The sun is rising.
There's a follow-up Fate here, so it's okay.
Life, take it slow and take a bite. One day at a time. Unwind your heart and find your worries will disappear. Here every trail is paved with hope. Tonight the stars align, our fortunes are crystal clear. Now turn the page to tales untold.
I am the bearer of the memories of Queen Sphene of Alexandria. If it were you, could you have found another way?
Interesting.
Your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice? concern or suspicion. If things should take a turn for the worse, my just imagine what's around the bend.
Ooh, gorgeous voice. Still think that this last final note is very weird of the track. Not the way he did it perfect the way the original is, but I still think it's a very weird note to end the song on. It's not a sus chord, but it's close to being sus. Well then, as you can see, I went over to Solution 9. And this is now where I really will end the stream. Let's jump into excuse me. Yeah, let's jump into group post. There we go. To end stream here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm sorry that my voice isn't the best. I would love to keep on going, but if I am unable to comment on the tracks, as I really wasn't doing much in this final one that we just listened to, then there isn't really much of a point. So yeah, I hope next week my voice will be fully back. I'm quite sure it will be. It's not too bad of a cold that I call, but still, it always takes a few days to go by. So next week, hopefully, or quite sure, there will be a more or less normal stream again. With, again, hopefully lots more music. I will also now include the usual YouTube search, Google search, sorry, to discover new tracks, because those 3 tracks, I wouldn't have got them any other way, so I'm glad I quickly checked Google this morning. And again, if you know a track or if you know an artist that I should feature here, please let me know in the description down below on YouTube so that I can add them next time. And yeah, with that, I am sad that I have to stop here, but yeah, with my voice being that bad, I guess it's the better option. Unless you want to just watch me play silently, and I don't think that's the best option. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. And until we meet again next week with more music, and maybe with other stuff as well. I hope I can do some other streams now and then again. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Thank you very much for tuning in, and until we meet again, goodbye, have a great Sunday. Yeah, my voice isn't the best anymore, but there is one more thing I want to say. That's a huge thank you to all the subscribers over on Patreon and all the supporters on Ko-fi. Thank you very, very much for your support. Especially those subscribers on Patreon. Some of them are subscribed for over 2-3 years now. They don't get anything out of it. They subscribe because they like my content, and it's just amazing that they are still there. So thank you very much, and hi Lexin, sorry that I'm finishing up stream right now. But thanks for tuning in. Yeah, have a great Sunday, and until we meet again next week.